building the ROV frame. Your kit comes with some instructions, but we have a couple modifications we want to tell you about because we like to think outside the box.
And the guidelines are just that. Without them, we tend to be more creative.
So the original design calls for putting pieces of rebar in the bottom and then also sealing the frame with glue so that it's got air inside. And that helps keep the center of gravity low.
If the center of gravity is too high, the ROV tends to become unstable and prefer to roll. If we keep the center of gravity low, the ROV will be more stable.
The problem with sealing it, though, is that we can't drill holes in it later if we want to make modifications. So one idea we came up with was that instead of having the rebar at the bottom like your kit suggests, instead we're going to use floats that we attach to the top to help with increasing the buoyancy this way and also to protect the vertical thruster.
We're also going to drill holes in the frame and make whatever other cuts that we deem necessary.
So the center strut can be attached directly to the frame without using this cutout that is described in your kit. This will help make the ROV more rigid, and it'll also eliminate the possibility of things moving around. They might slip. Without this cutout, it'll actually be a lot more sturdy.
The problem is that this strut was too short, and then we need 2 more pieces to connect the T to the frame. Of course, the problem is easily solved with careful measuring and a couple of cuts on a spare piece of PVC pipe.
To figure out the length, just take the pieces that you use for the sides of the frame and push them together and then hold them up to this spare piece of PVC to make a measurement and figure out how long it should be.
11.5 inches exactly.
So now we can use this as a center strut, and it's attached directly to the sides of the ROV, which helps actually give it more rigidity and strength. The other modification that we need to come up with in regards to the sides and how we attach that center strut to the sides instead of using a side that looks like this. To do that, the first thing we need to do to get it as low as possible is to make a small little insert that's just big enough to fit inside these T's. So first we need to make a measurement inside to figure out how far a piece would go.
3/4 of an inch.
And then we're going to double that, so that's 1.5 inches, and we'll cut a little piece that's just that long, 1.5 inches. Slide it on the inside. To figure out how long the top part should be, we hold it up to the side and hold it next to a piece that came in the kit and figure out the dimensions that we would need. So put another spare piece of PVC in there, make a measurement, and figure out how long that piece should be. And we'll tell you how long it should be. It's 2.5 inches. And that's what it will look like.
And the resulting side should look like this.
So the final modification we'll tell you about is that for one of these sides, instead of using a T, you want to use a 4-way cross. That'll look like that. And this is helpful because in the future, if we want to add things to the front of the ROV, this will give us a space to mount things. So now I think we have all the parts we need, and we'll go ahead and assemble the ROV.